Supportive of an additional runway, just in the same way as we were supportive of a second terminal. But we were supportive of a second terminal, as Vincent will recall, at less than 200 million euros. When it turned out to be 1.2 billion euros, that was a different matter entirely. Now, in my view, I think the regime at Dublin Airport, the management of Dublin Airport, perhaps are taking a different approach, we hope, to the previous approach, which was effectively to game the regulatory system, to spend as much capex as you can to get a regulatory return and do what, for example, BAA did in London until they were broken up. We detect a more sensible approach in Dublin Airport now. Time will tell. Ryanair supports the second runway, provided it's less than 200 million euros, which is what it should cost, which is what Terminal 2 should have cost. But that's spilt milk, so we're looking at the future.
Do you think it would be better if the airport wasn't a semi-state entity, that it would be sold by the government?
I think, giving you a personal opinion, I don't see much difference between a private monopoly and a public monopoly, apart from private monopolies are probably more skilled at screwing you than public monopolies. I think the important thing is that we engage as we are engaging now. We have a very healthy relationship with DAA. We, of course, negotiate vigorously with them, but we don't see the monumental follies of previous decades being repeated. I think the lesson, hopefully, has been learned.
And to be clear, from a national aviation perspective, it is our policy, and my policy is clear, that the state and regional airports will remain in national ownership. While with any policy, this is something that can be reviewed. Our policy in that area is clear, that they remain in state ownership. And alongside that, myself and the board of DAA have a very shared and explicit objective that any development that take place in that airport, as is the case with any other state or regional airport, be done in a cost-effective manner.
David, you mentioned job